The Alarm MLFS podcast with hosts John Impemba and James Grande.
What is going on, everybody? John Impemba here with Mark Pitts, bringing you another edition of the MLB DFS Playbook podcast here on the Better Sports and Fantasy Alarm Network. Talking about Thursday's 5-game slate, just a small 5-gamer here, Mark. But despite it being 5 games, we do have Coors Field on the slate with the Giants going into Colorado here. So some pretty chalky expectations likely when it comes to the hitters we use on an already small slate. Before we do dump into the DraftKings main slate tonight, shout out to our friends over at RT Sports. Go to rtsports.com/alarm. Promo code alarm23. New users get a 100% deposit match with their first deposit. Take part in their DFS pick'em games or their fantasy football and fantasy baseball DFS contests that they have going on live every day along the way. Mark, how you doing, my friend?
Doing great, John. How you doing?
I'm doing good. We got a little 5-gamer here to talk about, man. How you feeling about it?
I like that it has cores, so we can immediately pick some bats, but the pitching is kind of tough. I don't love any of them, and I don't hate most of them. So I already don't have a bias on who I'd want to use.
Yeah, I will say that for a 5-game slate, some days you get awesome slates, some days you get terrible slates. This one feels like one of those not good, not great situations here.
Yeah. I mean, there's already a wild card with Nathan Eovaldi.
Yes.
Who...
So Eovaldi is $9,800. He has not been good. They used as like an opener, and then they had a reliever come in. I don't think you touch that with a 10-foot pole going up against Toronto. You have Kevin Gossman as your top price guy. He's been pretty dominant, but always scary running up against Texas. He did face Texas earlier this year, 6 innings, 1 earned, 4 strikeouts. If you can find yourself getting there, that's fine. Again, he's $11K. I think we're going to try to find some bats. We'll see what San Francisco's price is going into Coors. But for me, it's kind of like this next 4 starters are super interesting. Kyle Bradish against Tampa Bay. Bradish has been very good. Maybe one of the breakout pitchers in baseball this season for Baltimore, really out of nowhere. Last 10 starts, 2.6 ERA, 66 strikeouts, and 61 innings for him here. He's faced Tampa Bay twice already. Just 4 earned allowed in 11 innings, 13 strikeouts. He's at home, which is a pitcher's park here. 2.26 ERA at home for Kyle Bradish. So $9,400. Feeling pretty good about Kyle Bradish. You have Aaron Savali on the opposite side of that matchup. Savali has continued to pitch well since that trade over to Tampa Bay. He's now got an under 3 ERA. Logan Webb in Coors. Logan Webb is an elite starting pitcher. He's actually being a depressed price tag. A guy that we've paid $9 and $10K for this year, but now that he's in Coors, he's under $9K. 3 starts against Colorado this season. He's allowed a total of 4 earned runs in 20 innings at $8,800. Then Kenta Maeda is under $8K. Favorable spot against the White Sox. Some recent troubles for him with the home run ball, but largely been pretty good for most of this year, except for, again, the recent run here. So for me, I'm living really in the next 4 starting pitchers here, Mark.
Yeah, I think Bradish is the best one. I mean, the Rays are just not the Rays they were in the first half of the season.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't have Wander. And his strikeouts have been there, 9, 6, 8, 8, 7. I love that. And Webb, I mean, it's scary in Coors, but the Rockies are terrible.
Yes.
They've been terrible. They're going to continue to be terrible. And it's not a bad price. Maeda, I mean, his strikeouts have not been in the last 3 starts, 2, 3, 3. Yeah. And the White Sox are like, it's hit or miss with them. They either do nothing or they hang 10. And with these home runs allowed, I mean, I'm very hesitant to roster him.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, listen, he's a lot of home run trying to like quickly scan here. This looks like 10 straight games, right? Like it's been a lot. Now he's had some very good production in some of those games. Like some of these home runs were just solo shots, but lately the last 5 starts for him rather have been pretty tough. Now you mentioned the strikeout numbers. To be fair to him, the Mets, the Rangers, and the Guardians don't strike out a lot. So some low numbers there may be expected, but Detroit, Milwaukee getting tagged for 3 runs, a couple of home runs allowed. So definitely a really tough stretch for him. But he's been also a lot better on the road. 3.4 ERA versus 6 at home this year. So interesting for tournaments again on a small slate. I'm probably going to mix and match those 4. I'll definitely take the discount on Logan Webb here. when we get below, Caleb Murphy's trash. Michael King will probably be an opener for the Yankees here. Chase Anderson has allowed 44 runs over his last 10 starts. That's gross. And
Is that good?
No. And then Jose Urena, I thought was dead, but he's not. He's got an 8.4 ERA on the year. He's 5K. Nothing I want anything to do with here. An 8 ERA over his last 6 outings.
And his home runs, two. He's allowing 2 a game.
9 homers allowed in 6 starts this year. So,
it was April, but I can't imagine he's figured it out.
Can't imagine he's figured it out. That would be most likely accurate. And you have Minnesota, who home run galore, right? They bombs away from Minnesota. This is a Twins show here, Mark, as you know. So
100%.
We're definitely in on that. So again, when it comes to pitching, for me personally, I go Bradish to Maeda here. I'll mix and match. My favorites are Bradish and Webb.
Yeah, I mean, I do like Gausman a lot. The
Rangers I'm curious if we can get to him. If we can get to him on a price with the we'll see how the positionals go here. But getting in the course pricing, maybe we can fit in an 11K starter. But I'll live in the mid range.
Yeah, I mean, I think if I'm doing a 3 max, like he'll be in 1.
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
He's not a walk.
Moving on over to the infield position here. We can highlight catcher individually if you'd like, but where are you tending to find yourself looking to spend up for when it comes to the infield positions?
I mean, if you want to consider 4,100 spending up, the first name that jumped out was Lamonte Wade.
Sure.
In cores against 44 runs in 41 innings.
Yeah, Chase Anderson. Yeah, not great.
Yeah, and Wade's a lefty. I mean, perfect spot.
Wilmer Flores up to 4,900, so the cores bump is real for at the very least for Wilmer here.
Do they play them both?
They do. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I like both of them.
I'm trying to see what Chase Anderson's numbers are against left-handed hitters. Not good. 545 slug, 400 WOBA, 295 batting average against. So it feels like a wheels up spot. 2.3 home runs allowed by Chase Anderson to lefties as well. So definitely in on some Lamonte Wade. I mentioned I could get to Wilmer Flores for sure. Costas is always hot at $4,400. Could see myself finding some range to him as well. Kirilloff against Urena is $3,100. I know he's struggled since coming back into their lineup. It's only been a handful of games since being taken off the IL, but I feel obligated to get some Twins in my lineups today.
I'm kind of interested in some Yankees too. I mean, usually don't look to play them, despite them having some like Aaron Judge on the team. But
sure,
they get a lefty, which is their better split. And are they going to sweep the series? I mean, it looks like they're going to, right? Didn't they win the last 2?
Yeah.
3? So I mean, Gleyber Torres, 4,500.
Yeah, and Murphy was not very good. He got after his last start against the Dodgers, got sent down. So he's getting kind of called up to make this spot start here. I agree with you. Could get some love here. Gleyber and that crew going up against Caleb Murphy here. That's a pretty good shout out by you. Estrada's 5K. Again, if you want to figure out ways to spend up, Polanco and Julian 44 and 39, both second base eligible for Minnesota.
Yeah, I like both of those. And then I mean, I'm not playing Eovaldi. I don't know how much I would attack him, but even though his better splits are against lefties, I'd still probably play Schneider at 53 if I'm spending up. Yeah,
for sure. And they have again, we don't know how long Eovaldi's even going to be out there. He's only pitched a couple of innings in the last 2 outings. He goes 3. They put the bullpen in. And you're in a different spots for situations.
He's only thrown 47 pitches, so maybe he throws 50 or 60, but maybe he doesn't.
Yeah. For some value plays, I think Anthony Volpe against Murphy is pretty good. He has good numbers against lefties. He's he's only hitting 210 on the year and 100 over the last 10 games. So, kind of block that out and just trust that Caleb Murphy hasn't been very good and Volpe's been good versus lefties. Maybe he comes through in the mid range. Any value plays for you in the infield?
Kevin Biggio. I mean, lefty. Don't really trust Eovaldi. And like we said, we don't know how long he's going to be in there. So 3,100. He's third base and outfield, so you could put him either.
I like that call as well. I'm trying to see if we have any other just kind of like notable spend downs here at these positions. Catcher probably has some options for us. Let's see. Patrick Bailey's $3,100. We'll see if he is the one that gets the start. It's him. Is Joey Bart back? Joey Bart was optioned. Okay, so not Bart. So it'll be either him or Blake Stayball will be a catcher. Jeffers has some power at 36.
Yeah.
So could take a peek there. Let's see. Any other shortstops? If Ceddanne Rafaela plays, he's played this whole series. Probably finds his way in there. Do they call up Marco? So Luciano's in. No, they sent him down to AAA. So no. Yeah, I guess for a 5-game slate, you're sometimes just like clicking around, seeing like, was anybody going to pop for me here? And there really hasn't been too much of that. So let's move on over to the outfield then. Aaron Judge is your top price guy at 63. You have Luis Robert at 57. Is your top 2 price outfielders. Anybody for you sticking out at the top?
I'd play Judge. I have no problem playing Judge.
Sure.
Luis Robert, given how many home runs Maeda's given up. And then after that, I'm just jumping right down to Nolan Jones, 4,900.
Yeah, I like Old Way, but Nolan Jones has been really, really good.
Yeah.
Hard to fight that one for sure. Getting in the cores, Jock Peterson is here at 48. You have Yaz at 44, Haniger 43. Again, I am willing just to stack against Anderson. You're getting the outfield at some decent cost percentages there.
I might even play Stanton, which, he either hits a home run or he does nothing.
Yes,
he gets a walk. So
possibly some risk. Kepler is 4K. I don't mind that for some power. And then Wallner is 3,300. Again, I know recent numbers for these guys aren't that great. Wallner did homer yesterday. So for some potential value on the slate, we have Weiler Abreu, who started for the Red Sox on Wednesday slate here. Weiler is priced out at $3,300 as well. So some value. Any other value outfielders for you?
Would you play the Blue Jays? Would you attack?
Evaldi, I don't mind going against Evaldi. Again, I just don't know how long he's going to be in the games. Then you're getting Texas's bullpen, which has been like some guys have been okay. So yeah, I don't hate it.
So I'd throw Varsho out there, but
sure,
he hasn't been. He's had 1 hit in the last 6 games, but I have no confidence in Evaldi.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. Benintendi, again, a guy that we haven't used a ton of, but if you're worried about Maeda giving home runs, Benintendi's 33, Eloy's 4K.
Larnach
out there.
He hasn't played. Scratch that.
Let's see. They sent down Colas. That's probably it. All right, let's build a lineup. Let's build a lineup for the folks here.
Is Aaron Hicks back?
Hicks
he's got
27.
He's got
he is back.
3 multi-hit games in the last 4.
Really good. Good call out there. Yeah,
really, I like Savali a lot, but in a small slate, got to get different.
I agree. I think we're plugging in Bradish, and then what did you want to do for your SP2?
I'd say just go Savali.
Okay. You want to go back to they're going up against each other. You want to go there?
Oh, well, let's go
Webb.
Let's go Webb. Yeah, let's go Webb.
All right, 3,900 a play. Let's see where can we find some value here. Wow, Lamonte Wade was 41. Let's see. Volpe was our value shortstop at 38.
You said Yaz, right?
Yeah, Yaz, I think is a pretty good spot.
I like Kepler.
Yeah, Kepler's good. Let's see. So that's 38.87. Hicks is pretty cheap. I wouldn't mind getting that. Just try to find some super cheap value on the slate here. It might honestly just be Hicks. So go Hicks is 27. That gives us 42. Let's see, catcher. They go Sabal or Anderson here? Who's playing more? Blake Sabal is probably the guy. That's 38. So we have a 4,500 for second and third baseman here. We have 3 already. So we could go Estrada and then go for a mid-tier third baseman, or
I like that.
Yeah, he's been pretty good. Or we go, if we don't go Strada, we go Polanco or Julian, and then third base we could maybe spend up, or we go Royce Lewis at third.
Do that. 41.
Yeah, that would give us Julian.
Julian?
Yeah. A little Minnesota stack, couple of Giants and Coors. We got one off Aaron Hicks and one off Anthony Volpe, with Bradish and Logan Webb with $200 left over, man.
I love it. I mean, we got to rep the Twins no matter what.
I got to get Twins. We got to get Coors. It's a 5-game slate. We'll have the full playbook out. I think I am on the playbook, question mark. I make the schedule. You think I know these things, but I don't. I'll check after the show. Be on the lookout for, again, 5 games. Get us in Discord if you have any questions. Colby Conway and myself will be back live at 5 o'clock Houston with the live stream. Good luck, everybody.